Hey, good evening. It's Lisa Loring. How are you? How's it going this weekend? I washed my hair. Probably can tell it's like fluffier, right? Anyway, I wanted to come on to follow up on the reading that I did this morning. Actually, I think I might just take these off because I can see everything a lot better without my glasses. At any rate, because when I see up close, anyway, they're for far away. Yeah, that thing. Anyway, I wanted to follow up on the reading I did this morning briefly before I went to work. And I worked with the Archangel Raphael deck because honestly, I was feeling like pretty vulnerable. I was feeling like a lot of energy. And I think some of it was mine and some of it was not necessarily mine, but not a big deal. I think that the messages were actually I know that the messages were actually spot on for, I think, what a lot of us are going through this weekend. And I worked with the Archangel Raphael deck, and the card I pulled in that reading was number one was laughter is the best medicine. And that's true. So, like, take things not so seriously, like look around you. And again, that message of look again continues to be prevalent and relevant. Look again, laughter is the best medicine. Look around you, see what's working and continue to focus on those kinds of things. See where things feel good and joyful and keep working on those things. Anything that feels heavy, call upon Archangel Raphael for help. And if and the thing of it is, and I think I talked about it in the original video recorded this morning, was that we've come really far to really recognize like how much work we have done. And a lot of people who are working as light workers and light workers, I guess that term, cat hair, is kind of thrown about in a way that makes it seem like there's this elite group of people who are doing good in the world, and that's not true. Actually, we're all light workers. And some of us are just like some people are working like super actively in this super obvious way. But I think if you check in with yourself, you're doing great light work everywhere in every aspect of what you're doing, every single step of your day. You're a light worker. Everybody is. Even the people who are not doing awesome things, because what they're doing is they're providing the contrast. So the people who are actively like working in this very conscious light way, can kind of, like I said in that original video, it's almost like a spiritual like exam. I mean, I don't want to freak you out. You don't have to bust out your spiritual number two pencil or anything like that. But it's kind of this opportunity to work with the things, kind of test like how much you do know in this really good way. And you're never going to fail a spiritual test, by the way. You're never, your spiritual team, no matter what, is excited to see every step that you make towards the goals that you set, contracted on when you decided to come down and do this light work. And so listen to your intuitive feelings. And like I said, we're all doing light work. You know that. You know that. And so whatever's going on for you this weekend as you're kind of sifting through some things that are like, are you freaking kidding me right now? Like, I thought I handled this. Think again. And look again. And it's this opportunity to take a look again and to identify why you're making that stand in your life, why you're making those moves in your life. It's to help you better define and refine what you're doing. I know that's been true for me. And that's kind of what was some of the stuff that was coming up this morning. And it's also an opportunity to look at some of the things that you're not really proud of. And you don't have to go running around, or if you want to, you can. Making amends to the people or to situations that didn't work out very well. But the person to whom you need to make the most amends, the most recognition and acknowledgement, and to whom forgiveness needs to be extended is to yourself. So for any kinds of, whatever, remember, you're a light worker. So whatever you have in your past, even if it was 2 days ago, you're a human being doing light work. And the more you just recognize that and continue to recognize that goodness inside of you, it's awesome stuff. So I promised I was going to pull cards from the Morgan Greer deck. And so I'm going to do it. And thank you for the ladies who joined me this morning. I appreciate it. Hope you join me again and again. And normally I do, this isn't going to be a live video because I want to make sure I record it. I can upload it directly to Instagram as well, because I don't want to make another video. I actually have some homework to do. I already took a test. This is me taking my tarot break while doing some personal grooming. Oh, so funny, so funny, so funny. Anyway, I'm going to pull a few cards from the Morgan Greer deck, and we'll see what comes up. But laughter is the best medicine is from Archangel Raphael. Call upon Archangel Raphael for help. And part of those, part of us knowing that we have done some mastery is the fact that we do call on higher power for help. Like, we recognize that we're working together. We're not down here like alone and isolated and doing things on our own. We're actually calling out for help, and that's one of those. That's a huge message. That's like one of the signs that you know you're doing well. Bless you. Someone's sneezing upstairs. All right. My cat Pete loves the fireplace. So he is right here with me enjoying the fire. All right, so what do you have in store for us, tarot deck? Morgan Greer tarot deck, nice and simple. You know, the more you can simplify and the more you can look at yourself in your most basic, raw version of yourself. The Magician. I love this deck. Oh, do you see those peace lilies? Peace. And the infinity symbol. You know, one of the things that came up at the beginning of the week in readings was about how we are an infinite well of strength and our own happiness, and that ability to tap within, to touch that space, that inner core of goodness. Tap into that inner divinity is that way of to really acknowledging the connection with the divine, to calling on Archangel, anyone for help, even if it's Lucifer. And we'll go into that another time. But Magician, he's got the infinity symbol above his head. You are that infinite well of magic. You create the magic in your life by tapping into that divinity. Recognize that as above, look at his arm, so below. I did these exercises with my folks at the assisted living, and it's just, some hand-eye coordination stuff as well as exercising. I was definitely thinking of the Magician card, but I love the peace lilies. He's got all these kinds of wonderful symbols. Look around you for the signs and directions that the divine is constantly giving you to support you in your work that you do here with all of us, that we're all doing. And if we're all doing it, and even acknowledging it, even a fraction of the way, what happens when we do that on the whole? Exciting, right? As above, so below. He's even got an infinity symbol at his throat. Look at the cloak. You see that? Pretty cool, right? As above, so below. You reach for the heavens. And when you're reaching to the heavens, for support, for information, for guidance, what you do here on earth is you point below. You direct that energy to what you're doing right here on earth. You're a light worker. I told you. All right, what else do we have? We'll do two more cards, because we always do two. We always try to do three, right? It's all about the heart chakra this weekend. Heal your heart. Heal your heart. Call upon Archangel Raphael. Call upon any archangels that you want. Any higher power that makes sense to you. What do we have here? The Seven of Pentacles. It came out upside down, so we're going to leave it that way. So maybe you are feeling a little upside down, like the seeds that you've planted aren't actually like good, like they're rotten as hell. Not true. Not true. Turn it right side up. The seeds you have planted are good. The seeds that you planted are good. And I am being told to turn it right side up. To recognize that that might be the feeling that's going on out there, that not everybody's in that place of like able to see their goodness, able to see that the work that they've done actually has provided a wonderful foundation. The meditation, I talked about this, I think, in my earlier video. I kept having the imagination of rocks and like looking around at the rubble all around us. And that's kind of what he's doing a little bit. It's kind of like he's looking around like, oh shit, like what the hell happened here? I've not created anything. I've created like this is a pile of crap. How can I build on this? Or this is so much work. Like, how can I possibly do it? Recommit to what you're doing. You know, listen to your intuitive feelings. Recommit to yourself. Turn it from here to here. You have so much support. As above, so below. You are a magician. Hi, Sophia. See, Sophia's here. She's so little. She's very cute. Sophia, we love her. Sophia is 4 months old. Hey, 4 months old. Do you want to play with the star cards? Are they so pretty? Are they so pretty? They're very pretty. They're very pretty. Yes, I know. So are you. So we'll pull one more card. See what comes out. And then we got to call it quits because we're almost at 15 minutes. All right, what else does the Morgan Greer deck have for us today? One more card, one more card. Here we go. The Wheel of Fortune. And by the way, now there's 2 major arcana cards. So the Wheel of Fortune. So your fortune is changing. And it really is about believing in yourself. Believing that you are a divine creature. A divine, beautiful creature. That to come out of survival mode, a survival brain. And you're not just surviving, you're thriving and you're creating a fortune. I mean, look at these guys. They're like super celebrated. I mean, they're riding the wheel. They couldn't be happier. And all the colors of the rainbow, that's the promise of God. Right? Everybody knows that. The promise of the divine. The divine will always support you. The divine is running through you. The divine is touching your life like a hand on the wheel. The divine, you see that hand on the wheel coming out of the clouds? And they're toasting and they're actually they're dancing on this wheel. They're like surfing. And I don't know who just fell off that wheel, but it's some like part of us that we're actually ready to move on from. Allow yourself to move on. Don't hold on to this stuff the old parts of yourself that are embarrassing and really just don't serve anymore. They're not who you are. And so, but you know what? You have been through those things. And so you actually know better. And now you can operate from a royal standpoint of having been through that experience. And now you can share that experience to help other people. That's a light worker. That's simple. We can all do that. All right, I'm going to let this again because it's at 13:21 and I won't be able to upload it to Instagram, but this is for everybody for a little closeout. I'm reading earlier today and I will do one tomorrow. Be a nice one for the week. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Lots of love.